I was standing in the lobby of the Grand Wailea Resort in Maui, waiting for my business partner to come down for our 8 a.m. meeting. Coffee in hand, laptop bag over my shoulder, just another Tuesday morning closing a $12 million deal. Then the elevator doors opened, and my wife stepped out, in a white sundress I'd never seen before, hair done, makeup perfect, laughing. But she wasn't laughing with her girlfriends. She was laughing with a man, his hand on the small of her back, her hand on his chest. They walked right past me, so close I could smell her perfume. She didn't see me. She was too busy looking at him. For 3 seconds, I stood there frozen, my brain trying to make the math work. My wife was supposed to be in Ohio. She'd told me she was taking a girls' trip to Miami. But here she was, in Maui, at my hotel, with a man who definitely wasn't one of her girlfriends. I watched them walk toward the restaurant, his arms sliding around her waist. And in that moment, I made a decision. I wasn't going to confront her, not yet. I was going to let her think she'd gotten away with it. Because what she didn't know, what he didn't know, was that I owned 40% of this resort. And every room, every restaurant, every security camera reported directly to me. If you want to know what I saw on those cameras, hit subscribe, because what happened over the next 72 hours didn't just end my marriage, it ended his career. My name is Nathan Cross. I'm 39 years old, and I'm a commercial real estate developer based in Cincinnati, Ohio. For the last 12 years, I've built my company from the ground up. We develop luxury hotels and resorts across the U.S., mostly in vacation destinations: Hawaii, Florida, California, Colorado, places people go to escape their real lives. I'm good at what I do, very good. Last year, my company closed $340 million in deals. We own stakes in 17 properties, including the Grand Wailea in Maui, one of the most exclusive resorts in Hawaii. I travel constantly, 2, sometimes 3 weeks a month. My wife, Lauren, used to complain about it. "You're never home, Nathan." "I'm building something," I'd say, "for us, for our future." "What future?" she'd snap back. "You're always gone." I thought she was just frustrated, lonely. I didn't realize she was planning an exit strategy. Lauren and I met in college, Ohio State. I was studying business, she was studying marketing. We were the couple everyone envied, homecoming king and queen energy, even though neither of us actually won those titles. We got married at 25, bought a house in a good neighborhood, did everything right. For the first few years it was good, great even. But as my business grew, I was home less and less, and somewhere along the way we stopped being partners and started being roommates who occasionally had sex. I told myself it was normal, that all marriages go through phases. I told myself she understood that I was working this hard for us. I was wrong. 3 weeks ago, Lauren mentioned a trip. "Jessica and I are thinking about doing a girls' weekend," she said over dinner. "Maybe Miami, just a few days, decompress." Jessica was her college friend. I'd met her a handful of times, seemed nice enough. "Sounds great," I said. "When?" "Next month, I'll send you the dates." I didn't think twice about it. I was already scheduled to be in Maui that same week for a major investor meeting. Perfect timing, actually. She'd be having fun with her friends, I'd be closing deals. Win-win. She booked her flights, sent me the itinerary. Miami, 3 nights, staying at some boutique hotel in South Beach. I even Venmo'd her $1,000. "Have fun, get a nice dinner." She kissed me on the cheek. "You're the best." I believed her. The Maui trip was supposed to be straightforward. Fly in Monday, meetings Tuesday and Wednesday, site visit Thursday, fly home Friday. I landed Monday afternoon, checked into the Grand Wailea, my hotel, though most guests don't know I'm an owner, and prepped for the week. Tuesday morning, I was in the lobby at 7:50 a.m., waiting for my business partner, Greg. The lobby of the Grand Wailea is stunning. Open air, ocean views, the kind of place that makes you feel like you're in a postcard. I was standing near the concierge desk, scrolling through emails, when I heard the elevator chime.
I glanced up out of habit, and my entire world stopped. Lauren stepped out of the elevator, white sundress, strappy sandals, hair in loose waves, makeup perfect. She looked beautiful. She also looked happy, relaxed, glowing, and she was not alone. Next to her was a man, mid-30s, fit, tan, wearing linen pants and a button-down with the sleeves rolled up. His hand was on the small of her back. Her hand was on his chest, laughing at something he'd just said. They walked toward the restaurant like they'd done this 100 times before, comfortable, familiar, intimate. I stood there, coffee cup frozen halfway to my mouth, brain short-circuiting. That's my wife. That's not Miami. That's not Jessica. They walked within 10 feet of me. She didn't see me. She was too focused on him. I watched them disappear into the restaurant, and for a moment I genuinely thought I might be hallucinating. Then my phone buzzed. A text from Lauren. "Good morning. Just woke up. About to hit the beach with Jess. Miss you." Attached was a selfie, her in sunglasses, beach in the background. Except I knew that beach. That wasn't Miami. That was Maui. I didn't move. I just stood there staring at my phone, trying to process what I'd just seen. My wife, who was supposed to be in Miami with her girlfriend, was here, in Maui, at my hotel with another man, and she just texted me a lie, so casual, so confident, it made my skin crawl. Greg walked up. "Hey man, ready?" I blinked. Yeah, let's go."
We headed to the conference room, but I wasn't there. Not really. My brain was spinning. How long had this been going on? Who was he? Did she know I was here? No, she couldn't. I hadn't told her which hotel I was staying at, just Maui. She thought she was safe. She thought I'd never know. The meeting was a blur. Greg talked numbers, I nodded in the right places, signed where I needed to, but my mind was somewhere else. Finally, I excused myself. I need to make a call. I walked out onto the terrace, pulled out my phone, and dialed the one person I knew could help. Marcus, my head of security for all our properties. "Marcus, I need a favor." "Shoot." "I need access to security footage, Grand Wailea. Specifically, I need to know what room a guest is staying in." "Okay, name?" I hesitated. "Lauren Cross." Silence. "Your wife?" "Yeah." "Nathan, what's going on?" "Just, please, I need to know." He didn't push. "Give me 10 minutes. 12 minutes later, my phone buzzed. A text from Marcus. "Room 1847, checked in Monday, 2 guests registered, Lauren Cross and Ryan Holloway." Ryan Holloway. I didn't recognize the name. I texted back. "Who is he?" 3 dots. Then, "Running a search now. Stand by." I stared at the ocean, hands gripping the terrace railing, and tried to keep my breathing steady. Another text. "Ryan Holloway, 34, VP of Sales at MedTech Solutions, based in Columbus, married, 2 kids." My stomach dropped. Married, 2 kids. I looked at the photo Marcus sent. Professional headshot, suit and tie, confident smile. The same guy I'd seen with my wife an hour ago. I called Marcus back. "I need more." "Nathan, everything. I need to know how long they've been here, where they've been, what they've done. I need footage." That's a lot. "I own 40% of this hotel, Marcus. I need to know what's happening under my own roof." He sighed. "Give me an hour." I hung up and stared at my phone. Another text from Lauren. "Jess and I are getting drinks by the pool. This place is amazing. Wish you were here." I typed back, "Sounds great. Have fun." Then I sat down on a lounge chair and waited for my world to finish collapsing. An hour later, Marcus called. "I've got it, but Nathan, you're not going to like this." "Send it." My phone buzzed. A secure link. I clicked it. Video files. Time-stamped. Organized by date. I started with Monday. Monday, 2:47 p.m., lobby. Lauren and Ryan checking in, laughing, his hand on her lower back, the desk clerk handing them key cards. 2 key cards, 1 room. Monday, 6:23 p.m., pool bar. Them at a table, drinks in hand, her leaning into him, his arm around her shoulders.
Monday, 9:15 p.m., restaurant, dinner, candlelit table, wine, her reaching across to touch his hand. Monday, 11:38 p.m., elevator, them stepping in, the doors closing, his hands on her waist, her arms around his neck. I stopped the video. My hands were shaking. I opened the next file. Tuesday, 7:42 a.m., elevator, them leaving the room, her in that white sundress, him in linen, the same scene I'd witnessed live an hour ago.
I scrolled through more files. Breakfast, pool, lunch, more drinks, dinner. Every moment they looked like a couple on their honeymoon, and every moment my wife was texting me lies. I sat there on that terrace for a long time, staring at the ocean, trying to figure out what to do. Part of me wanted to storm up to room 1847 and kick the door down. Part of me wanted to call her right now and scream. But a bigger part of me, the part that had built a $340 million company from nothing, knew better. Anger is loud, strategy is quiet, and I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction of an explosion. I was going to let her finish her trip, let her think she'd gotten away with it, and then I was going to dismantle her life piece by piece, starting with Ryan Holloway. I called Marcus back. I need everything on Ryan Holloway, where he works, who he reports to, his wife's name, his kids' school, everything. Marcus, what are you planning? I'm planning to protect myself, I said, and I'm planning to make sure he understands what he's done. Marcus hesitated. This could get messy. It's already messy. I'm just cleaning it up. He sighed. I'll have it by tonight. That evening, I sat in my room, 3 floors above Lauren and Ryan, and read through Marcus's report. Ryan Holloway, VP of Sales, MedTech Solutions, married to Jennifer Holloway, 33, elementary school teacher. 2 kids, Emma, 7, and Lucas, 5. Lives in Dublin, Ohio. Salary, $180,000 a year. No criminal record. Active on LinkedIn, Instagram, private account. I stared at the family photo Marcus had pulled from Facebook. Ryan, his wife, and 2 kids at a pumpkin patch, everyone smiling. The same man who was currently in bed with my wife. I opened a new document on my laptop and started typing. Not a confrontation, not a threat, a plan. Wednesday morning. I woke up early, showered, and put on my best suit. I had a meeting at 9 a.m. with the hotel's GM and our investment partners, but first I had something else to do. I went down to the restaurant, same place I'd seen Lauren and Ryan yesterday. I got a table with a clear view of the entrance, and I waited. At 8:17 a.m. they walked in, Lauren in a yellow sundress, Ryan in a polo and khakis. They sat at a table by the window, ordered coffee, held hands across the table. I watched them for 5 minutes, then I stood up, straightened my tie, and walked over. "Excuse me," I said, stopping at their table. They both looked up. Lauren's face went white. "Nathan?" her voice cracked. What are you doing here?" I smiled, calm, controlled. "I'm here on business, same as every month." Ryan looked confused. "You 2 know each other?" "We're married," I said pleasantly. "I'm Nathan, Lauren's husband." The color drained from his face. "Oh my God," Lauren whispered. I pulled out a chair and sat down. "Mind if I join you?" The silence at that table was deafening. Lauren's hands were shaking. Ryan looked like he was about to pass out. I sipped my coffee. "So, Ryan, is it?" He nodded, unable to speak. "VP of Sales at MedTech Solutions. Nice company. I've heard good things." His eyes widened. "How do you—" "I make it my business to know things," I said, "especially when those things involve my wife." Lauren found her voice. "Nathan, I can explain." "Can you?" I interrupted, still calm.
Because I'd love to hear the explanation for why you told me you were in Miami with Jessica, but you're actually in Maui with Ryan." She opened her mouth. Nothing came out. I turned to Ryan. "Does your wife know you're here?" His face went gray. "Please, Jennifer, right? Elementary school teacher? Emma and Lucas? Cute kids." "Don't," he whispered. "Don't what?" I asked. "Don't mention your family, the one you're betraying while you're here with my wife?" Lauren stood up. "Nathan, stop!" "Sit down," I said quietly. Something in my tone made her sit. I leaned back. "Here's what's going to happen. You two are going to finish your breakfast. You're going to check out of this hotel, and you're going to go home." "Nathan," "I'm not done," I said. "Lauren, when you get home, you're going to find divorce papers waiting for you. I suggest you hire a good attorney." I turned to Ryan. "And you're going to tell your wife the truth, every bit of it, because if you don't, I will." His voice was barely a whisper. "You can't." "I can, and I will. You have 24 hours. I stood up. "Oh, and one more thing. This hotel, I own 40% of it, which means I have access to every security camera, every transaction, every record of your stay." I pulled out my phone and showed them a still image from the elevator footage, them kissing. "I have hundreds of these," I said. "So if either of you tries to spin this, tries to make me the bad guy, I'll make sure everyone, your employers, your families, your friends, sees exactly what you've been doing." I pocketed my phone. "Enjoy the rest of your breakfast." And I walked away. I didn't look back. I went straight to my meeting, sat through 2 hours of presentations, and closed the deal. $12 million, signed and sealed. The whole time my phone was buzzing. Lauren, calling, texting, begging. I ignored every single one. At noon, Marcus texted, "They just checked out. Separate flights. She's on a 3 p.m. to Columbus. He's on a 5 p.m. "Good," I replied. "Make sure Jennifer Holloway gets a package. Everything we have on Ryan. Photos, timeline, hotel receipts. Anonymously." "You sure about this?" "Positive."
I flew home Friday, as planned. When I pulled into my driveway, Lauren's car was there. I walked into the house. She was sitting on the couch, eyes red from crying. "Nathan," she started. I held up a hand. "Don't. Please, just let me—" "There's nothing to say, Lauren. It's over." "It was a mistake," she sobbed. "I was lonely. You're never here. You just what?" I asked. "Decided to have an affair? Decided to lie to my face for God knows how long?" "It wasn't that long." "How long?" I demanded. She looked away. 3 months. 3 months. 90 days of lies, of texts, of "I love you," while she was planning trips with another man. "Get out," I said. "What?" "This is my house. I bought it before we got married. It's in my name. You have 48 hours to pack your things and leave." "You can't just—" "I can," I said, "and I am. The locks will be changed Sunday night. If you're still here, I'll have you removed." She stared at me, tears streaming down her face. "Nathan, please, we can fix this." "No," I said, "we can't, because I don't want to." She left Saturday morning. I watched her pack her car, crying the whole time. Part of me felt bad, a small part, but the bigger part, the part that had watched her lie to my face for 3 months, felt nothing. Sunday, I changed the locks. Monday, I filed for divorce. Tuesday, I got a call from an unknown number. "Is this Nathan Cross?" "Yes." "This is Jennifer Holloway." I closed my eyes. "Mrs. Holloway." "I got your package," she said. Her voice was shaking. "Thank you. "I'm sorry you had to see that." "I'm not," she said. "I needed to know. I've suspected for a while, but I didn't have proof." "What are you going to do?" "I'm filing for divorce," she said, "and I'm taking the kids. He doesn't get to do this to us." "Good," I said. "You deserve better." "So do you." We hung up. 3 weeks later, the divorce was moving forward. Lauren tried to fight it, tried to claim she deserved half of everything. Her lawyer argued that my business was built during the marriage, so she was entitled to a share. My lawyer, a shark named Patricia, who'd been with me since the beginning, shut that down fast. Mr. Cross's business is a separate entity. Mrs. Cross has no ownership stake, no involvement in operations, and no legal claim to assets held by the corporation. Lauren's lawyer tried to argue commingling of funds. Patricia showed that I'd kept everything separate. Business accounts, personal accounts, even the house was in my name alone. Mrs. Cross is entitled to half of marital assets, which amounts to the furniture, her car, and her personal belongings. That's it. Lauren's face went pale. "That's not fair." "Fair," Patricia said. "You committed adultery. You lied. You used marital funds to finance an affair. You're lucky my client isn't asking you to repay those expenses." The judge agreed. Lauren got her car, her clothes, and $50,000 as a settlement. I kept everything else. Ryan Holloway wasn't as lucky. His wife divorced him, took the kids, took the house. His company found out about the affair. Someone anonymously sent them the hotel footage, and he was quietly asked to resign. Last I heard, he was working at a mid-level sales job in Cleveland, paying child support, and living in a one-bedroom apartment. I didn't feel bad. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. 6 months after the divorce was finalized, I was back in Maui. Same hotel, same view, different energy. I was sitting at the pool bar when a woman sat down next to me. "Is this seat taken?" I looked up. She was beautiful. Early 30s, dark hair, kind eyes. "It's all yours," I said. "Thanks, I'm Rachel." "Nathan." We talked for an hour. She was a marine biologist in Maui for a research project. She had no idea who I was, no idea what I was worth. She just liked talking to me. At the end of the night, she said, "I don't usually do this, but would you want to have dinner tomorrow?" I smiled. I'd like that. That was 8 months ago. Rachel and I are still together. She knows everything now, about Lauren, about Ryan, about the divorce. She doesn't care about the money. She cares about me. And for the first time in years, I feel like I'm building something real. Not a business, not a portfolio, a life. Lauren reached out once, about a year after the divorce. A long email, apologizing, saying she'd made a mistake, asking if we could talk. I read it once. Then I deleted it. Some doors, once closed, don't need to be reopened. If you've ever been betrayed, if you've ever had someone take your trust and throw it away, this one's for you. Comment, "I moved on," if you've walked away from someone who didn't deserve you. Hit subscribe for more stories about the quiet strength it takes to rebuild. Because the best revenge isn't confrontation,